All right, so you're thinking about a new phone.
It's a jungle out there.
It really is. And we're here to help cut through all the marketing hype.
We are.
Today, we're diving into the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra
The Vivo X200 Pro.
and the Vivo X200 Ultra.
Three of the hottest phones on the market.
We found this awesome website that compares them all.
Plus the Tesla Pi phone
It gives each phone a spec score,
to try and make it easier to compare them.
and the scores are pretty close. The Samsung, the Vivo X200 Pro, and the X200 Ultra all got an 89%.
And the Tesla Pi phone wasn't far behind at 85%.
But scores don't tell the whole story, right?
Right. They're like judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, you gotta dig deeper.
Exactly. We need to look at what each feature really means.
For you, the person actually using the phone.
Yeah, for your everyday life.
So let's start with the display.
The thing you see first.
All three phones have really impressive screens.
The Vivo X200 Ultra has a peak brightness of 6,000 nits.
6,000? What does that even mean?
Well, imagine you're at the beach.
Ooh, yeah.
On a sunny day, trying to read something on your phone.
Squinting at that screen?
With 6,000 nits, you can actually see it.
No more hiding in the shade.
Exactly. No more shade.
Now, the Vivo X200 Pro has a 144 Hz refresh rate.
That means super smooth scrolling,
In gaming.
especially gaming. It's going to feel so responsive.
But that must use more battery, right?
It can, but the X200 Pro also has a huge battery.
We'll get to that later.
We will.
The Samsung has this dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X display.
Sounds complicated.
It does. Break it down for us.
Basically, it's a type of OLED known for vibrant colors
Ooh,
and deep blacks.
nice.
And the cool part is the refresh rate changes automatically.
So it saves battery.
Yeah. When you're watching a movie, it ramps up.
For that cinematic experience.
Right, and when you're just checking email, it slows down.
So smart.
It is.
Only the Samsung has an always-on display, too.
You can see the time and notifications without waking up the phone.
That's handy.
Yeah, if you're constantly checking for updates.
Okay, so bright, smooth, and always-on displays.
What more could you want?
Well, good camera.
Oh yeah, every phone's advertising megapixels these days.
The Vivo phones have 50 MP selfie cameras.
It's a megapixel arms race.
But do more megapixels mean better photos?
Not always. They were just one piece of the puzzle.
What are the other pieces?
All three phones have OIS,
What's OIS?
optical image stabilization.
Okay.
Imagine you're trying to take a picture, but your hands are shaky.
Happens all the time.
OIS helps keep the photo sharp,
Even in low light.
especially in low light.
What about zoom? The website mentions optical zoom.
Yeah, the Samsung has 5x optical zoom.
The Vivo X200 Pro has 3.7x.
That's for capturing distant subjects without losing quality.
Like landscapes.
Landscapes, concerts, anything far away.
Cool. And they all have ultra-wide lenses, too.
Perfect for group shots.
Or those sweeping panoramas.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to the brains of the operation.
The processors.
The Samsung has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3.
The Vivo X200 Pro has the MediaTek Dimensity 9400.
And the Vivo X200 Ultra has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4.
Plus there's the CPU, GPU, RAM.
So much jargon.
Don't worry, we'll break it down.
Please do.
The CPU is like the brain of your phone.
Okay.
The more cores it has, the better it can multitask.
The Samsung Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 has 8 cores.
Octa-core.
The Vivo X200 Pro's MediaTek Dimensity 9400 has 10.
Deca-core. So you can switch between apps seamlessly.
No more lag.
No lag.
What about the GPU?
That's for graphics.
Ah, for gaming.
For gaming, for smooth animations, for everything you see.
What about RAM?
RAM is like your phone's short-term memory.
Okay.
The more RAM, the more apps you can use at the same time.
All three phones have 12 GB.
That's plenty for most people.
So powerful processors, great graphics, and lots of RAM.
These phones can handle anything you throw at them.
But how long do they last in a single charge?
That's where battery life comes in.
The Vivo X200 Pro has a massive 6,000 mAh battery.
That's the biggest of the three.
But wait, the X200 Pro can also charge from 1% to 50% in 12 minutes.
That's right. Super fast charging.
That's insane.
The Samsung might not have the biggest battery.
But it has wireless charging.
And reverse wireless charging.
What's that?
You can use your phone to charge other devices.
Like a power bank.
Exactly. Like a built-in power bank.
That is cool.
It is. So many options.
So many things to consider.
There are.
We've got great displays, amazing cameras, powerful processors, and long-lasting batteries.
What more could you ask for?
Well, one of the sources mentioned something else interesting.
With that?
The Samsung comes with an S Pen stylus
Ah, yes, S Pen.
for note-taking and drawing.
Artists love it.
And what about durability?
The Samsung has a titanium frame.
The Vivo phones have aluminum,
Titanium is more durable and scratch-resistant.
if you're clumsy.
The Samsung might be a good choice.
So many factors to
I
consider.
know. It's overwhelming.
But we're here to help you make sense of it all.
We are.
And figure out which phone is right for you.
Exactly. Because the best phone isn't the same for everyone.
Stay tuned, we've got even more to cover.
We do. Oh, before we move on,
Yeah.
we should probably talk about SAR ratings.
SAR.
Specific absorption rate.
Okay, and what's that?
It measures how much radio frequency energy.
From the phone.
Yeah, how much your body absorbs when you're using it.
It's gradation.
Yeah, but all phones emit some RF energy.
It's regulated, right? To be safe.
Right, there are regulations.
So what does the SAR rating tell us?
It tells you how much a specific phone emits.
Lower is better.
Generally, yes.
So less is absorbed by your body.
Exactly.
I don't see SAR information for the Vivo phones.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe they weren't available when the website was updated.
Yeah, it could be. Or maybe different regions have different standards.
So it's worth checking if you're concerned.
Definitely, always good to be informed.
Okay, so back to the user experience.
Yeah, how the phone actually feels to use.
We know the Samsung has Android 14 with One UI 6.1.
And the Vivo phones have Android 15 with OS 5.
But what does that mean for the user? Practically.
Well, each new Android version usually brings new features
And performance improvements.
and security updates.
Yeah.
So Android 15 is technically more up to date.
But some people prefer older versions, right?
Yeah, maybe they like the look and feel better.
Or they prefer a specific UI skin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really comes down to personal preference.
You mentioned UI skins before.
Yeah.
What are they again?
It's like a custom layer on top of Android.
Okay.
It changes how everything looks.
The icons, the menus.
Yep. Even the animations.
Like Samsung's One UI and Vivo's Origin OS.
Those are prime examples.
It can add extra features, too.
They can, and they can even tweak the performance.
To make it work better with the hardware.
Right.
So it's like a whole new look for your phone.
It is. Like choosing a theme, but much deeper.
So how do you know which UI is right for you?
Reading reviews can help.
And watching videos?
Yeah, lots of tech websites do in-depth comparisons.
So you can see them in action.
Exactly.
See if one clicks with you.
Yeah.
What else should we think about software-wise? Bloatware.
Ugh, bloatware. Those pre-installed apps you never use.
And they take up space.
And slow down your phone.
They can, yeah.
Is one of these phones worse than the others for bloatware?
It really varies.
Okay.
Samsung sometimes gets a bad rap.
For having more bloatware.
Yeah. But the good news is,
You can get rid of it.
well, you can uninstall some of it.
Okay.
Or at least disable it.
So it's not a deal breaker.
Not if you can get rid of what you don't want.
Okay, good to know. So we talked about hardware, software, user interface. Anything else?
Well, we talked about 5G briefly before.
Yeah.
But it's worth remembering that coverage and speed can vary.
Yeah, 5G isn't everywhere yet.
Exactly. It depends on your carrier and where you live.
So you really got to do your research.
If 5G is important to you, yeah.
Make sure it's actually available.
And make sure the phone supports the right bands.
Right. Don't buy a 5G phone if there's no 5G to use.
Exactly. Speaking of connectivity,
Yeah.
all these phones have NFC.
NFC. Remind me.
Near field communication. Oh, yeah. For contactless payments?
Yep, you just tap your phone
So easy.
and you can share files too.
Wirelessly.
Wirelessly. It's all about seamless connections.
I like it. Speaking of connections.
What about audio?
Yes, audio quality. What should we be looking for?
Well, the Samsung has stereo speakers tuned by AKG.
AKG, they're a good brand, right?
Yeah, they're well respected.
So good for music and podcasts.
Potentially. The Vivo X200 Pro also has stereo speakers.
Okay.
And the website mentions its LUFS rating.
LUFS.
Loudness units full scale.
Okay.
It's basically how loud the speakers are.
So lower LUFS is louder.
Yes, generally.
But louder isn't always better, is it?
No, some people prefer a more balanced sound.
Makes sense.
It's all subjective.
What else matters?
Audio clarity and bass response.
So you gotta read reviews from audiophiles?
Or tech experts see what they say about the sound quality.
Beyond just the specs.
Exactly.
Okay, last audio question. Headphone jack.
None of these phones have a headphone jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like they're going extinct.
So it's Bluetooth or USB-C adapters.
Yep, that's the future.
Some people won't be happy about that.
I know, some people love their wired headphones.
It's all about personal preference.
It is.
Speaking of preferences, one of the sources mentioned,
Yeah.
the Samsung comes in lots of colors.
How many?
Titanium black, titanium gray, titanium violet, titanium yellow,
Wow.
titanium blue, titanium green, and even titanium orange.
That's a lot of titanium.
The Vivo phones have blue, black, white, and titanium.
So if you want options,
Samsung's the way to go.
it is.
It's like choosing a car color. It says something about you.
It does. And speaking of brands,
Yeah.
Samsung is a very established brand.
Vivo, maybe less so.
Some people are loyal to certain brands.
Others like to try new things.
It's about finding a brand that you trust.
And that aligns with your values.
Exactly.
Well, regardless of brand, these are all impressive phones.
They really are.
It's amazing how far technology has come.
It makes you wonder what's next.
Foldable phones are already becoming mainstream.
Right. What's next after that?
Holographic displays.
Maybe brain-computer interfaces.
Who knows? It's exciting.
It is exciting. But for now, we've got these 3 phones.
And it can feel overwhelming to choose.
It can. There's so much to consider.
So remember, the best phone for you,
Is the one that fits your needs
your priorities.
and your budget.
Exactly. Don't get caught up in the hype.
Find the phone that makes your life better.
That's the goal. We've covered so much information.
We have
Hopefully we've given our listeners the tools.
to make an informed decision.
Right. But the question remains,
What's that?
which phone is the best? So which phone is the best?
Ah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, but there's no easy answer.
Nope.
Because the best phone for one person.
Might be totally wrong for someone else.
Exactly. It all depends on what you need,
Your priorities,
your budget,
your lifestyle.
your favorite color even.
Yeah.
We talked about how the Samsung comes in a ton of colors.
Like a rainbow of titanium.
Right. While the Vivo phones are a bit more limited.
But maybe color isn't important to you.
Maybe you care more about battery life
Or camera quality.
or processing power.
There's so much to consider.
There is. We've thrown a lot of information at you.
We have.
But hopefully you've learned something
And you're feeling more confident.
about making the right decision.
For you,
For you, the perfect phone is out there.
it is.
You just gotta find it.
And don't be afraid to do your own research, too.
Yeah, read reviews, watch videos.
See what other people are saying.
Get a feel for the phone.
Because ultimately, the best way to choose a phone.
Is to try it out for yourself.
Exactly. See how it feels in your hand.
See if you like the software.
See if it fits your life.
And once you've found the perfect phone,
You'll know.
you'll know. It'll be like falling in love.
Maybe not quite.
Uh-huh. Well, you'll be excited to use it every day.
That's a good way to put it.
So to wrap things up,
Yeah,
we just want to say thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
it's been fun.
It has. We've covered a lot of ground.
Displays, cameras, processors, batteries, even SAR ratings.
We've learned a lot.
And hopefully you have too.
So until next time,
Happy phone hunting.
and remember, the best phone for you.
Is the one that makes you happy?
Well said. We'll see you next time on the deep dive and